is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the rookie second-rounder Drew Lock and Denver as they match up with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos.
We're undefeated, though. That's a good thing. And so is Houston.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 19 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And partner, that was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
That one going for a gain of 11. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Bills now under third-year man Sean McDermott. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman, Norm Van Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. Later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, box drop.
Allen now looks to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen to throw it. He finds his target, John Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Hey, Charlie. Here we go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Middle. Regular. Hey, check my gun.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that's complete to Brown. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot for it.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Got an open man, it's Foster. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Allen throwing complete to Foster. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Hey, tight. Half. Hey, seam 6.
On first down, Allen. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Half.
To throw, it's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Lock. And that will be incomplete.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
56.
Check it back.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Alert! All 52. Hey, Alpha. 45.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid. Go.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
On second down, Singletary. And after the good gain last play, this time they say,
come on.
as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, echo.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10, being chased out left. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Oh, my God.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, it's Pollard. Down to the 25.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And John Brown's got it complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's...
And he'll get in! Touchdown, Buffalo! Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then roll them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Philly, and then tomorrow night on Monday nights with Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Lott, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Locke. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
319. Monday. I'm going to run you over. 45.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Dancing to his left. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Allen now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On third and long, it's Locke. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Throwing on second down. Allen. Open man here is Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Allen will try again on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. But now it's third down. The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
They run, it's Gore. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Frank Gore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might...
He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay. 76 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
McManus's point after is good, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Allen got him in. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Allen on third. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. He'll find Lindsey here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Lock now on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
Really?
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Lock now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on second down. It's Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Where they got off the field on third down, an excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Now whistles here. And they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter.
Okay, go 14 yards.
So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a first down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
A final shot before half for Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So that would have been something from that. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bills to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Watch a slap. Move. Watch a slap. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. 56, 56.
Here's Allen to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Oh, okay. You ready for me to meet you at Walmart then? Okay.
On 2nd down now. It's Henderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 51. Go. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he's got it across.
Or for an iron.
Cross midfield and into Denver territory. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
At the 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Here's Pollard again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Now Allen throwing again. He finds his target, John Brown. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. Now Allen, and that's complete to Brown. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workman-like right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workman-like.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
That one complete to Yeldon. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
5.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, 58 is like home.
Allen to throw once more. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit big.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. From the gun, it's Allen. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Check 13.
Allen, 3rd and goal. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Draymond Jones in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for.
Broncos.
How about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. You draw Corker.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taken in at the 11. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10.
Watch QB's up.
And John Brown's got it complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Gore. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now Gore. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Alpha.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes his... forward for about 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
58
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Locke. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. So after the INT, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Go!
Another try after the first down sack. Allen, his throw incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. Sam Darnold, 3 touchdown passes thus far. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
No. They
go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Come on, set. 18 Raiders.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And 30 base. Hey, watch delay.
Oh, shit.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw at his lock. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. This is the tight end Fant.
We play to win. Let's go.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On 3rd down, Freeman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Locke to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
51. 51. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 1st down, Pollard. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Again, it's Henderson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's it. Makes it 3rd and 2. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 50. Check 50.
Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Got some real estate inside the 30.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense. Tight.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And the grab by Croft. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Allen going to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Marr able to put this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Match box, right. Be driven.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Hey, wahoo! 51, Mike. Mike 51.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Let's go! Let's go!
And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Locke now on 1st down. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Locke going to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across. Midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays. But the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback, and when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Mike, 45. Switch up, switch. Middle. Half. Hey, Haywood.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
They run the counter. Pollard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On second down, Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Tight. Check. Half. Mike 51.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, exit. Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Dallas on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.